mattress.
We love bragging on Chattanooga innovation, and we get to do that this morning because there is a, I think, one-of-a-kind app out there. And before you let the word app scare you, it's going to connect you in ways with your aging parents and grandparents that you never thought possible. So let me tell you about it. It's called AVA Senior Living, and we have Ray Steele here. It was his dad.
That's right.
Who kind of had this concept, this problem. He was living at a senior living community here in town.
That's exactly right.
He and Ray were talking over dinner. Good things happen over the dinner table.
That's right.
Ray had an IT background.
That's right.
You came up with this app. We're going to tell the whole story.
You bet.
The years go by. January of this year, Rebecca came on board. Y'all have tweaked it even more, and now you're helping people all over the country help their senior parents and grandparents live a lot more effectively.
It's part of the DNA of what we're doing as a company, is trying to connect these seniors, their families, and the communities that they live in a closer way. We all learned during the COVID times that communication is so important and the connection is so important. And what we allow seniors and their communities to do is execute in a much more efficient, effective way. We meet seniors where they are from a technology point of view, to create an order or request transportation or housekeeping services.
So can I pause you there for a second, because I'm a good tester for this conversation. I have a 92-year-old mother, and she lives on her own.
Right.
At the moment, the way this app works, you need to be part of a community. Is that right, Rebecca?
That's right.
She is, however, completely not in the technological age, doesn't even have a smartphone. So if she had a smartphone and lived in a community, you could make this pretty user-friendly for her?
That's fair to say. However, I would add, she doesn't need a smartphone.
That's right.
Really?
That's right. So the magic about AVA and why I was so excited to join the team is there's a little magic that happens in the software that Ray has designed that will take a messaging, a modern technology that a staff member or a family member may use, and it really transitions that information and puts it into a technology modem that seniors are comfortable with. So as an example, we can translate an email or a text message. It will call their landline, and they can even engage and interact with that phone call.
So y'all know this more than I do because you're doing the research, but I think that is so key, because the older you get, it's not you can't always absorb new things.
That's right.
And it's not that they aren't able to. It's that someone like your mom or my dad, they spent 80 years communicating in a certain way.
In a certain way,
And
right.
now to say, all right, I'm going to send you an email, and I want you to respond to the email, and this just doesn't work.
And it becomes, they get very frustrated and anxious.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, and now make it even more complex when perhaps a college-age student, a nursing student is working in one of these communities, and they're using Instagram. And mom or dad are using a landline phone with a curly cord on it, and others are using text messaging and emailing. And what AVA allows is a single message to be created that will be delivered to a group of people in whatever way they prefer. So that same message, generated one time, will be delivered to mom on a landline phone call with a voice on the other end, but to a student here or a caregiver by email or by text. And everybody can respond, everybody can communicate back and forth.
Oh, boy, I wish you could do that for business too.
Isn't it a neat idea?
Yeah.
Agree.
So what is okay, can I have a pretend scenario for a second? So I mentioned this is Chattanooga born.
Right.
But so y'all are right now at a lot of the senior living communities here.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're also branching out now throughout the country. So let's say that I'm in Chattanooga, and suppose my mom moved down to Savannah with one of my brothers.
Yes.
I would be able to have, we all as a family could have this.
Exactly right.
And then I could send a note, or however I would do it, to my mom saying, don't forget Tim's birthday.
That's right. You know, one of the things that we also do at AVA is we the goal is to allow mom in another town to be able to stay engaged with what is going on with their family member. But we also connect to goods and services. So we, local community partners that may provide dentistry, audiology services to even a florist. Is we provide a simplified, convenient link within our app to allow you to also access those services. So mom could send flowers to her mom, you know, from Mississippi. She could even order their favorite breakfast and have it sent to them on Sunday morning.
And so it would be like the yellow pages almost, like she knows what.
So the local communities work with AVA to choose these community partners that are in their neighborhoods or are local.
Okay.
Perhaps you here in Chattanooga with Mom in Savannah would like to, you're talking to Mom on the phone and she wasn't able to get to the supermarket this week. You could jump on your AVA app here and order her some eggs and bread and milk and basic supplies, have it delivered to her door right there in Savannah. You can engage with Mom and see what activities she had this week, what meals she ordered. Oh, Mom, look, that's your favorite that they're having for dinner tomorrow night. And be able to communicate with her, connect with her in a way that you just wouldn't be able to do.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the communication part of it because, sorry everybody, but in my mom's situation, there's never a quick phone call.
That's right.
Which is fine, but sometimes,
point.
so if I had this, I could say, don't forget your appointment tomorrow, and it would be like an automated call should get.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, you've got it exactly right. What's also interesting about that, in the communities in which many of them live, the leadership in these communities get into it because they have a passion for seniors. And because of that, that there's long phone calls and long interactions. Our goal with AVA is the standard, just daily, hey, your Amazon package is at the desk.
Right.
We automate that and make that easy so that their interactions can be more intentional.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so sorry to get in the weeds with you on this, but you're talking about the software part of it.
Right.
So how do you access the software?
So the software is web-based. So any computer, tablet, cell phone, any device that can access the internet can access AVA. If you are, let's say, a senior, your mom, that doesn't have a cell phone, she is still able to use her landline phone. She dial an 800 number to access AVA services.
Create her message.
Create a message or make an order for a meal or request housekeeping services.
Okay. Does it, sorry, but I'm kind of getting into some real life
We
scenarios
love
here.
it.
Does it translate word for word, like voice to text?
It does exactly that.
So that if she were to call and she were to, I'm giggling because I can picture this. If she were to say, hey, this is Patty, and I think I need, is it going to come across like that?
That's exactly the way they'll
right.
get it. That's that, and the message will be delivered perhaps in an email to you, or maybe she's talking to the community leaders, and they would get it that way. Hey, this is Patty. Hope you're having a good day. And then whatever the message is.
Well, that's kind of nice though too, because that way, that connection that you're talking about, the personality shows through.
That's true.
That.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we have our whole organization is built around this passion for seniors. We're much less about a technology company, and we're much more about just having a heart for the people that we love in these communities. We want to make their experiences so much better.
So I want to make sure your experience here is what you're after, because I can talk to you about this for a long time on a user perspective. But for the people you're talking to today, are you trying to get the word out to the senior living communities here in town that y'all are even in existence?
Yes, senior living communities in town, but also service partners. So, local providers of goods and services that reach out to seniors or that would be interesting to seniors are also, great partner potentials for AVA.
What a brilliant idea.
We'd also like to encourage, though, if you are a family member and has a loved one in a senior community, reach out to the phone number that you guys are going to show, and we're happy to work on your behalf to talk to your community about AVA. So that really can be a two-way street. We want to work with family members and communities.
So here's all the ways you can get in touch with them. You just can't talk into the software to do it. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So it's avaseniorliving.com. That's easy. The phone number right here in Chattanooga, 402-7746. And then Rebecca also offered her email address. So if you do want to send her an email, it's rsharp with an E at avaseniorliving.com.
That's right.
So what a great idea.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Your time is important. Local 3 News Today has everything you need to start your busy day. What's happening now and next. The local experience and knowledge to help you prepare for the day. Accurate hour-by-hour forecasts and traffic, making your mornings easier.
Hello, I'm Kevin Bragg from Bragg Weight Loss. We change lives every day. I would like for you to meet a